Hello, everyone. I'm Jeffy Reed,
And I'm Keddy, the Kedman Blumenthal.
and you're watching the Unity Gain Show with Jeff and Keddy. Welcome to the first show that we've done of Unity Gain, and this show is about a song that I wrote called An Inconvenient Sacrifice Leading to the Success of an American Hero.
That is a long title, Jeff.
It's a long title, but it's a good song. And I shot a little video down in my studio to tell you a little bit more about it. And here it goes. So, when I wrote this song, I wanted to write like an ugly story that eventually becomes the story of a hero. So, I started out talking about the kid's mom. You know, she was kind of loose, kind of worldly. And then, of course, there was his dad, a guy that was a stranger. She didn't even know his name. The kid will never know who he was. I actually tell the whole story in just a few sentences. So I feel like I leave it vague enough that anyone who knows this story or knows a story like this one could easily put a face on any one of these characters. I'd like to think that people could listen to this song kind of like they're watching a movie, because the song kind of plays like a classic movie, you know, one of those come behind underdog stories where the unlikely becomes a hero. And that's a very American story, isn't it? Americans love that story. We flock to the theaters every year to see that story happen. And in a land of opportunity, a few good choices and a little bit of faith, and even the losers can find the road to success.
That's pretty cool. It's going to be a neat song. So the song is completely recorded. All the tracks, the guitars, the drums, everything's done. It's all mixed. And we want to explain to you now the things that we did, the instruments we used. And didn't you bring a clip with you tonight, Jeff, to show what you did in the studio?
Absolutely.
All right, let's cut to that clip and you'll get to see what was done down at Stone Puppy Records.
Everybody, Jeffy Reed here from Unity Gain, and we're talking about the song An Inconvenient Sacrifice Leading to the Success of an American Hero. I know it's a long title, but it's a great song. And I'm going to go through some of the tracks with you right now to show you what we did. Just a standard Telecaster, made in Mexico. Excellent guitar, you can't go wrong with them. I've been a Telecaster guy for quite a while. Next, we'll talk about the Ibanez Artcore semi-hollow body. I've had this guitar for like 20 years. It's a workhorse. Love this thing. For my bass, I just bought this bass because my son, who also used to have a recording studio on the other side of my house, he moved out, and he moved up to the city now and got a good job, and so he's gone. But anyway, I had this Carlson bass that I've been playing for years, and it just didn't really do that much for me. You know, it's just a bass. And he went out and bought a jazz bass, and ever since he bought that, I've been, going across the house whenever I do a bass line, grabbing his bass and putting the bass down. But like I said, he's gone now. He's gone. He took his bass with him. So I purchased my own. So this is what I've been using in my studio, and it's fantastic. Last, but certainly not least, is my Fender acoustic. Now, if you watch the show for any length of time, you're going to see all these guitars over and over and over again because, you know, I just don't have a endless supply of money to keep buying guitars. So, all right, this first track I'm going to play is the main riff of the song. It is played on my Ibanez. So to fatten up that part of the song, I also played that on my acoustic. And then there's the bass. Fender Jazz bass. Fender basses are so awesome. They fit right in the mix exactly like a bass is supposed to. You basically don't have to do anything to them. You just plug them in and play them. As long as you got new strings, you're going to get a great bass sound. It sounds good in every song. Played that guitar part also on my Ibanez. So I'm going to show you this little acoustic that I added to the chorus. This is my Fender acoustic. This next track I'm going to turn on, this is my Fender Telecaster because I wanted to emphasize the notes that I was playing on the acoustic right here, but I didn't want to add anything else to the song that was super substantial, you know. I wanted something light and airy to sit on top so it could cut through the mix but not make the song any bigger because the song was already huge. Yeah. This song is about a warrior. It's about a soldier who gets killed in Vietnam. And so I wanted the sound of war to be happening. So I found this air raid siren and a helicopter sound. Anyway, here's the drum tracks with no music.
That's what he did with the guitars, and it sounds incredible. So then we had to do the drums, and so I started recording the drums. Now let me just say, Jeff's studio is about 30 miles away from mine, and so we send files back and forth and put the song together that way. And so because of where I live, I don't have my live drums here. So we started this song, I was listening to it, and I played them on an electronic drum kit, and the sound of the drums are good, but it's just limiting compared to a live kit. A live kit just sounds alive. It's very big and it sounds so much more richer and fuller. So we decided to meet up down at Jeff's studio and record the drum tracks. And so here's a preview of the drum tracks starting in this really cool introduction, and we're going to play some of that for you right now. Very cool. Thick and full. So I felt this was a really straightforward drum rhythm, not a lot of fluff. The kind of song this was, it just kind of required a groove, a straightforward groove with a few cymbal fills and stuff here and there. So I didn't get too excited about doing a lot of fancy stuff here. And I think it fits the song better. So that's what the drums sound like. And then we brought in the other sounds, the other guitars and the parts. And there's actually all kinds of tracks on this song. How many tracks did you end up doing?
I believe there's 29 tracks on the song, yeah.
So a lot of it is some special effects stuff.
Special effects, there's a lot of guitars that only play during the chorus and kind of fade out for the rest of the song. So yeah, there's a lot of empty spaces on those tracks, but you know, 29, 30 tracks altogether.
And it just kept growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So the addition of the live drums was just obvious. It was just going to add so much more to the fullness of the song. So the stuff that doesn't stand out, that you might not necessarily go, oh, hey, here's this, are things like some keyboard sounds in the background, things that are filling in some little voids, creating a pad, different things like that. And so that's how this gets so full sounding. So we're going to cut back to Jeff's video now and let you see how that all came together down at Stone Puppy Records and just started getting bigger and bigger.
Here is pre-chorus, chorus, with everything on.
Way to Vietnam, and he gave it all away just to keep his country safe, and he would do it again today. And I heard him singing, America, I love you. There is no better place.
I'm pretty excited about how this thing's turning out.
It's really a cool song. It's a very cool song.
You know, it's funny, songs are so, like this song, it's growing and growing and growing. It's become something that's huge. It's gigantic when you listen to it, but it really went together quick.
It did. We were just maybe 3 or 4 weeks,
Yeah,
something like that, from writing the song to actually putting it together and recording stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing because you get those creative juices flowing, and it's just kind of like, it's almost like you just know what's going to go on there next, and everything just seems to work out.
Yeah, that's the funnest part, I think, about writing music, is getting an idea and letting it grow, no matter where that idea came from. You just, that little thing, and then letting it grow, and it morphs into something that just sparks all these ideas. And the exciting part is it just all funnels together into this big, huge project that
Yeah.
just turns into something completely different, but it is just something else that's also just as cool as the last thing. It's exciting to write music like that. So we got some stuff coming up. We got another song coming up. It's pretty much in the can. We got most of it done. It's called Waterfall, and a song that I had written the lyrics and stuff for. And it's another one that came together really, really fast, and just had this idea. We'll explain more about that in the actual video of where the ideas for the song came from. But that's what we're going to have coming up next, and that'll be another excellent episode. We're looking forward to that one.
Me too. So if you're watching this video right now, that means that the song that this video is about is already done. It's released. It's on iTunes. It's on Amazon. It's on Spotify. All you got to do is go to those places, look it up, and you can find it.
So, Jeff, how would they, do they just search on YouTube the Unity Gain Show and the song would come up, or do they search the title of the song? How does this work?
I think either way. I think if you search for the Unity Gain Show, you'd probably find the song. But if you really want this specific song, I would probably just type in the name of the song.
And one more time for him. What's the title called?
It's
Long.
An Inconvenient Sacrifice Leading to the Success of an American Hero.
That's a long title. Okay, so that's awesome. All right, so we want to make sure that you guys, first of all, subscribe, click the bell, hit that like button, and make some comments. Let us know what you think of this. And what we're going to do, you leave us some comments, we're going to pick a lucky winner, and we have some swag that we're going to be sending out. So we'll contact you and get ready to send that stuff out. And we want to do something cool for you for watching and commenting on our show.
And I just want to thank everyone for watching, and let us know what you think about the music and the show.
So with that said, that's a wrap for our first The Unity Gain Show with Jeff and Keddy. And remember, if you're searching anything on us, search The Unity Gain Show, and you'll find some cool stuff out there, I'm sure. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and
Don't forget to push record.
see ya.
Bye.
America.